الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا ما بعد. Is it permissible to sit in the center of the halaqa?
No, only the sheikh.
Only the sheikh? No, but the question is, what is the center of the halaqa? Is it what is facing it, like this, for example? Or is when you have a circle and then you have someone in the middle? The center of the halaqa means actually the center of the circle itself. So in this case, we talk about the center of the halaqa, and also anyone that is in there. So if you have a circle, the halaqa forms a circle, can anyone, let's say, who sees that it's kind of getting crowded in the back, are you allowed to go through in and then sit down in the front and sit on the middle? The answer is coming in this hadith, عن عمرو بن شعيب, حديث حذيفة بن اليمان رضي الله تعالى عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لعن من جلس وسط الحلقة رواه أبو داود بإسناد حسن. This hadith, even though it's disputable in terms of authenticity, however, Imam Abu Dawud rahimahullah deems this to be Hasan, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to Hudayfa ibn Yaman, whosoever takes a seat in the midst of the assembly, or basically sits in the center of the halaqa, has been cursed by Allah's Messenger. That means if someone puts himself in there willingly and sometimes forcing himself on other people. That means if you come and you sit in the middle, people sit around you, you should come back and join the circle. Let's say you were sitting there, and it wasn't actually a halaqa to begin with. Then people start coming, one from here, one from there. Suddenly you find yourself in the middle, and everybody's around you. If you're sitting there, go back and join the circle. Should be fine, inshallah. But it's for those who like to sit in the center of the halaqa for the purpose of showing off and the purpose of getting kind of distinguished and recognized. That becomes an offense because it's again against the principle of humbleness and humility. You should back from the center of the halaqa and sit among the crowd. Another actually narration, رواه الترمذي رحمه الله تعالى أبي مجلس أن رجلا قعد وسط الحلقة فقال حذيفة ملعون على لسان محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. That a man one time he sat in the center of the halaqa, in the circle. So Hudayfa, he saw that, he said, مَلْعُونٌ عَلَى لِسَانِ مُحَمَّدٍ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. This person is cursed. This is from the Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. So therefore, if you ever be in a situation or a session, it's like he said, it comes like into form to a circle, try to stay away from that. What if you were the speaker? Some masajid, let's say the imam starts the halaqa somewhere in the center, and the place gets really crowded. People, they start forming the halaqa in front of him, like half circle, and because it gets really, really crowded, they start coming from behind, forming a full circle even around him. And I've seen that specifically in Mecca and Medina and the big masajid. So the sheikh ends up being in the center, and everybody's around him. Is there anything wrong with that? No. There's nothing wrong with that because it's a matter of space right now. And even the sheikh himself, he did not request that, he does not demand that. It just happened that the crowd is so large that will circle the Shaykh, Shaykh in general. I've seen that from Shaykh Uthaymeen, rahimahullah ta'ala, in Mecca. Whenever he used to do his program after Salat al-Taraweeh, he used to do his program after Taraweeh until Tahajjud. You talk about 2-3 hours sitting there, and there are thousands of people, literally thousands of people sitting there. There is no way you can form a halaqa without having the people surrounding you. However, his style, rahimahullah ta'ala, if you want to ask a question, you need to sit in front of him. He doesn't take questions from behind. And if some people, they raise their hand and start saying, Sheikh, from behind. And he just looks down, he just looks at the person and says, no, you come over here. He would not take questions from people behind him. And when we asked him why, he gave this reason as one. The second, rahimahullah, he said that if somebody is serious about seeking knowledge, they shouldn't be hiding themselves from the shaykh. Because many people, they just want to sit in the back and chill. They don't want to be in the front and always being alert, because the shaykh is looking at them, perhaps speaking on them, and ask them questions. So if you want to learn, you're going to have to be facing the speaker. Wallahu ta'ala. Any questions you have? Hold on.
In a situation like this,
Uh-huh.
somebody we are talking, let's say next to you right now,
Uh-huh.
space, and we walking and just sit next to you.
When everybody is sitting like this, the answer is no. The question is, if in a session like this, for example, can anyone come forward through the crowd and sit here? The answer is no. But if the circle basically fills and becomes a circle here, then if you come from the back and there is room for you to go through, you can. However, we mentioned that earlier that the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ to sit down حيث ينتهي بك المجلس, that you sit down where the circle or the session ends. So if you come late, then you sit down in the back. If there are spaces in the front that are empty and people are not going forward to fill these gaps, you can go through in the crowd and sit down, provided you don't hurt them. Meaning you don't jump over their necks and their shoulders. Wallah. Any question? I know it's Sunday, so that's why you're taking off. Yeah.
Brother Muhammad, he asked him a question.
Why nothing to do with that, what you just said. A different question. If we have, why don't we pray like Sunnah Jama'ah?
No.
Why can't we do it?
The Sunnah? Why can't we pray the Sunnah in Jama'ah? Because the Prophet ﷺ did not do that. And Nabi lam yusalli Sunnah bi Jama'ah.
But is it like wrong to do it?
Absolutely. If we're talking about Sunnah al-Dhuhr, Sunnah al-Isha, Sunnah al-Maghrib, is that what we're talking about?
Right.
Yeah, the question is, can we pray Sunnah al-Maghrib, al-Isha, al-Dhuhr in congregation, in Jama'ah? The answer, the Prophet ﷺ did not do that. So therefore we don't do it. However, if you want to do Qiyam al-Layl, he did it in Jama'ah. If you want to do Taraweeh, he did that in Jama'ah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we do what he did in Jama'ah salawatullahi wa salam alayhi. Sometimes you can do Nafil Mutlaq. Let's say there is no specific reason. For instance, there's an occasion, let's say. People, they come to the masjid. Can they make 2 rak'ah and then have that session or that halaqa or that ilm? The answer is yes. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one time he went to the house of one of the Sahaba, and a lady also called him to come in her house to make 2 rak'ah for her in the house. And the Prophet ﷺ, he did that in Jama'ah. Some of the Sahaba, they learned that the Prophet was coming to this area from the neighborhood. They all gathered and they prayed 2 rak'ah with him, and it was during the day. So these occasions are okay. But the sunnah that are rawatib, the Prophet ﷺ did not do that in Jama'ah, so we don't do them in Jama'ah. Wallah.
One more question.
No.
I went through what Shafa will witr.
No.
What is the Shafa, what is the witr?
Shafa in general means actually the even number.
Okay.
A shafa is the even number, meaning 2 rak'ah, 4 rak'ah, 6 rak'ah. This is considered shafa in general. But for the particular of the sunnah, this is the even rak'ah that we pray after Salat al-Isha. Sunnah al-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And can you witr 3. He used to pray witr 3 rak'ah. Sometimes he would do 1 rak'ah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The 3 rak'ah sometimes would be separated into 2 plus 1. The 2 they call them shafa', and the remaining 1 is called witr because it's odd number. So that's the shafa'. It's a 2 rak'ah that you perform right before you do your witr.
And what do you call that rak'ah after witr?
The rak'ah after the witr.
If you are like getting up at night and praying at night,
Oh, I see.
what do you call that after the witr?
If you're going to be waking up late at night to do Qiyam al-Layl and you're going to do 1 rak'ah after, that's going to be another witr for you.
Is that shafa or witr?
It's going to be witr. Witr is meaning odd number. It's going to have to be 1 or 3. If you do a 2, it becomes shafa. The question is, can you pray 2 witrs in one night? The answer is no, unless it was unplanned. Meaning, you prayed your witr and you went to sleep. Then at night you woke up and you want to use the time to do Qiyam al-Layl. You made Qiyam al-Layl. Are you allowed to do witr at the end after that? The answer is you can do 1 rak'ah. That's okay. But if you plan to do Qiyam al-Layl, then don't do your witr before you go to sleep. Wallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك.